Did you know that doTERRA has successfully achieved a zero waste footprint when it comes to distilling essential oils? Well, tonight I'm going to give you a sneak peek into this process and expand on a topic that was just briefly mentioned in the latest doTERRA Living magazine that you may have sped right past. So definitely check that out after the broadcast for more, but for now, it's time to grab your family, grab your slipper socks, grab a warm drink, and cuddle in as we continue the pursuit of doing more with less. Welcome to the Throw It Out Thursday Broadcast Express, here where we kick wasteful and inefficient distillation practices to the curb and flex that label reading gangster muscle. That means we will be zeroing in on sustainable sourcing, one of the commitments that really sets doTERRA apart from all the other essential oil companies in the world. If you've been following my series since January, you know that our company is headed toward carbon neutral operations by 2030. And you want to know that your purchases make an impact. And after you watch, you will feel enlightened to just know a small glimpse into the care that doTERRA takes to bring these precious bottles of liquid gold to you and more than 14 million families around the world. So first, I'm going to briefly explain what zero waste distillation is and how it plays a role in the sustainable sourcing model using guaiac wood as an example. I love this one. And then I'm going to quickly highlight this process and how it looks for both tea tree and ginger. So doTERRA is committed to sustainable and environmentally friendly practices, and one of those practices is through the zero waste distillation process. And it's exactly how it sounds, and it means that doTERRA uses every part of the plant. There is zero waste. Every part of the plant is used to create the products that we all use every day. Not a single leaf, branch, or drop is wasted along the way. And this process starts with sourcing the raw materials. And doTERRA works with farmers and growers around the world to ensure that the plants that are used for our oils are sustainably and ethically grown. So as a bit of a prequel, I'm going to walk you through what this looks like for guaiac wood to highlight what the effort looks like to source the best raw material years before the distillation process even begins. And guaiac wood is sweet and smoky. I've been talking about this a lot since it was launched at convention in September. I use this with Spanish sage, say that 10 times fast, every night before bed, and I have found it so calming, and I wake up feeling refreshed. And you'll have to comment below and share what you think of it if you try that. But doTERRA works with farmers in Paraguay, where it is native, to ensure that the guaiac wood trees are sustainably and ethically harvested. And sadly, clearing the trees to make space for money-generating ventures like cattle grazing or soybean farming are pretty common now in the Gran Chaco forest of Paraguay, where the guaiac wood trees grow. But this land conversion, and frankly, it's just corporate greed, is causing rapid deforestation and really putting the native species like guaiac wood in danger, especially because this oil is commonly used in the fragrance and perfume industries, and the oil isn't distilled until the trees are cut down during the land conversion, okay, but this area would remain at risk without really careful forest management. And that's where doTERRA comes in, because doTERRA carefully considered these factors when they developed a sourcing plan for guaiac wood. So doTERRA prioritizes accountability for the sourcing areas as environmental stewards, and on-the-ground sourcing partners are carefully chosen to responsibly and thoughtfully care for the precious land. So much so that our partners have actually received the highest certification level from the Union for Ethical Biotrade, which guarantees their sourcing and harvesting practices are sustainable. And since 2018, doTERRA has been working diligently behind the scenes. We didn't even know about this oil. I've never even heard of this oil before now. But they developed an effective, sustainable forest management plan for the Gran Chaco forest. And by 2022, when we first got this oil, over 12,000 acres had been purchased by doTERRA. So only 1 or 2 mature trees per acre are harvested for guaiac wood, which allows each plot to rest and regrow for nearly 20 years before it's harvested again. And one of the several positive outcomes from this is that the young trees actually absorb more carbon than the old ones, so this contributes to a healthier atmosphere. And when our harvesters cut down a guaiac wood tree, they carefully leave a stump to maintain that established root system, which allows the new trees to regrow faster. And this is very valuable. This is a very valuable step in helping keep the Gran Chaco forest vibrant and protected. So The plan is to increase the acreage that doTERRA owns from 12,000 to 30,000 acres by 2025. So sustainable sourcing from well-managed forests helps preserve and regenerate these lands. And by harvesting guaiac wood trees for the essential oil, the landowners are compensated more than they'd earn from any land conversion, which motivates them to keep their forests intact and thriving and to continue to partner with doTERRA. And the end result is an essential oil that not only benefits our health and wellness, but also has a minimal impact on the environment. So hopefully that helped you have a quick way to conceptualize just how doTERRA prioritizes both the environmental sustainability and the economic efficiency too. And the zero waste distillation is next, obviously, in that process. It's the next logical step after the materials are responsibly sourced. So next I'm going to share 2 examples of the zero waste distillation process. Tea tree is up first. So the process begins with the collection of the tea tree leaves. So they're all collected from the trees grown on doTERRA's own farms and sourced from sustainable suppliers, just like guaiac wood. And the leaves are then transported into the distillery where they are carefully inspected and they're sorted to ensure that only the highest quality of leaves are used in the process. Next, the leaves are loaded into the distillation chamber for high pressure steam, and the steam causes the essential oil to vaporize, which is then captured and condensed into the liquid form. And the liquid is the pure doTERRA essential oil tea tree. And the zero waste aspect of this distillation truly means zero waste. All of the byproducts of the distillation process are reused or repurposed. So the leftover plant material, all the leaf pulp, the stems, the branches, all of that, that's called spent plant matter. And it is used as a natural organic mulch and fertilizer on the farm, and it provides a moisture barrier around the trees to prevent weeds from growing. And then the water is used in the distillation process. It's recycled and reused again and again. There is zero waste. It's pretty mind-blowing. I hope you love learning about this like I do. It's pretty neat. And by reusing and repurposing all of the byproducts of the distillation process, this fulfills the goal to minimize the environmental impact while producing the highest quality essential oils in the world. So as a reminder, from the top of the broadcast, you can check out the latest doTERRA Living magazine. There's a beautiful feature on tea tree on pages 6 through 11, and it goes on about this process right here. So you'll get to know one of the tea tree farmers and have even more insights into his day-to-day routine. And the last quick example I want to share with you is ginger. And the ginger root is placed into a distillation vessel along with water, similar to the tea tree, but the steam is passed through the mixture. And then the steam causes the essential oil to release, and it's carried through a cooling system. And then you're left with ginger pulp after the oil is distilled. And this pulp is combined with macadamia shells, which are a byproduct of sourcing macadamia oil. And the macadamia shells help bind the ginger pulp together, and then it's all pressed to form large pellets or briquettes. And the large pellets are used to fuel and keep the boilers running hot. So doTERRA is constantly innovating. Nothing is going to waste. So quickly to wrap this up, tea tree and ginger are just 2 examples of doTERRA's zero waste distillation process. I think this is so cool. I hope that you enjoy going behind the bottle as much as I do. This is a true testament to the commitment to sustainability, and that as a company, we can make an impact one drop at a time. There are so many other examples like the bitter orange tree. The blossoms are used to make neroli. That's one of my favorites I use every night as well. The peel is used to make wild orange. The stems and branches are used to make petitgrain. Literally zero waste, nothing is wasted. And one of our founding executives, Emily Wright, recently went on a sourcing trip to Kenya. So I will grab some footage for you to highlight both tea tree and ginger. So stay tuned for that. But as a conscious consumer, I hope this helps you feel good knowing that you are choosing to buy household products, remedies from a company that values the environmental impact as much as they do. And a few little housekeeping items. I am holding space for you. I have been here since doTERRA totally turned my health around in 2014. And ever since, I am participating in your progress every step of the way. Reach out or tap the link in my Instagram profile to get started with your doTERRA journey. There is no fee anymore to have access to the 25% off discount pricing. It has never been easier to enjoy these tools. I can't wait to connect with you and help you just start a brand new chapter where you have all the tools in your toolbox and you have the understanding and the support to make positive improvements in your health and in the environment too, knowing Your purchases make a really big impact on the world. And now I want to hear from you. Comment below after you watch and tell me your favorite learning nugget from this episode. Did you read the article about tea tree? Feel free to share this information and tag friends who might find it valuable, and mark your calendar for my next broadcast, streaming on demand here like your favorite Netflix show, the evening of May 11th. And that is a wrap on broadcast number 241. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you soon.